Hey there folks, Kris Cunningham from Harcourts Cooper & Co with my weekly wrap on all things property here on the beautiful North Shore, and we're keeping it short this week after a pretty comprehensive monthly update last week. There isn't much more to say. Auction clearance rates, well, ours faltered last week, dropping to 38% with 16 out of 42 going under the hammer. This is the first time in 8 weeks that the Cooper & Co rate has fallen below 40%, with our average over this period sitting at around 50%. Now the other big brand, well, they went the other way, improving on their previous 2 weeks, climbing to 30%, calling 46 and selling 14. Now that gives us a combined clearance rate for the week of 34% here on the North Shore, which doesn't sound very exciting, but it's not the first time and I'm sure it won't be the last. For my team, we found the market very active, but with the big shopping deals on and the Santa Parade over the weekend, open home numbers for the most part were a little average. But since my last update, we've closed out another 4 deals, taking us to 9 in 14 days and over $10 million in value. Now out of these, 5 were auctions, 2 were post-auction, but within 2 weeks, and 2 were off market. And that's an avenue that is a great option, especially over the break if you don't want to actually be live on the market with all the fuss. We achieved 2 fantastic prices for properties without taking a single photo or running a single open home, and it's something that we're talking more and more about with our vendors as they prepare their homes for market next year. Given we're essentially out of time for an auction campaign this side of Christmas, we're still able to provide plenty of opportunity without exposing the property with a quiet off-market pre-launch. Now here's a beautiful property in Albany which we will be taking to tender next year, but at the moment it is available off-market for private viewings and may well be sold before we actually get it to market next year. Now this is a great way to allow those conversations with really hot buyers to happen now, as they may not be around next year when you hit the market. Another option is this campaign, a beautiful property in Greenheath. Now we're running a pre-Christmas buy negotiation campaign, but they don't want to be on the market over the break, so if we don't get it sold before Christmas, we have a post-Christmas auction booked kicking off later in January, and I'm sure it will sell then. Now if you want to talk more about these options, please just give me a call. Now one more thing, I'm also hearing about agents saying you need to rush your property to market to capture those offshore buyers before they're banned, and we're seeing them pushing deals to promote your listing in China. Now this all sounds great, but don't be fooled into rushing your property to market to capture an overseas investor that will apparently pay mega bucks for it. Look at the merits of your property and talk to a number of people to decide, will the property actually appeal, and is there an actual opportunity for you, or is the agent just pushing the deal to try and secure your listing and rush you to the market earlier? Right folks, that's it from me. We look forward to seeing you out and about this weekend. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.